Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Vantastic podcast. My name is Layton, and it kind of sounds weird that I'm I'm the only one that's talking right now. But last episode, I heard Ryan wanted to get things off of his chest, and I actually wanted to let everyone know some things. Um, in the last episode, Ryan said that anyone can reach out to him, and he didn't want to put words in my mouth. But yes, of course, anyone can reach out to me. Anyone can talk to me if they really needed to. Also, these past few months have been very stressful and kind of feeling sad a lot for multiple reasons. I'm not personally depressed, but I am. I just feel like I could be doing more with everything that I'm doing, and this is one of the things that I feel like we could be doing more, especially me, because I also want to help him edit a little bit, but I don't have the software for it. That's what I can say. I don't have the software for it. But once I do, hopefully I'll start actually editing, assuming and hopefully that the podcast lasts for way longer than it is. And I also want to start talking a little bit more, getting more stories out, making sure they're more interesting than just getting to the point and stuff, and like saying like, oh yeah, goes from here to go here to here and stuff. Like I just want to get all that, and like I want to get everything down and actually make this podcast more entertaining than it is now to some people. But I want to make this podcast as entertaining as possible for everyone out there that really wants or really likes the podcast. I really hope that they even like it even more in the future. I want to be able to upload these a little bit more, in my opinion. So, or like more on like a scheduled ish, like at least like once a month kind of thing. For right now, and then maybe like twice a month, then 3 times, and once a week, and then like 2 a week kind of thing, like that kind of thing. So, hopefully we get to that point. But I this beginning is pretty much just me trying to say anyone can reach out to me if they're feeling anything, like stressed or sad or anything you need. I am available. Like Ryan always does, he puts our Instagrams in the description below, and yeah, you can reach both of us at our Instagrams. You can also reach both of us by DMing the Vantastic podcast and stuff. And even if like maybe in the future, like we want to hear your guys' stories and we can read out your guys' stories anonymously, like I feel like that would be pretty good. I feel like we would have a lot of fun doing that. I hope that in the future that we get to do that. I hope that we also get to do some more fun activities, maybe like we said, like live streams and stuff. Like I want to get a lot of people involved with this, like all you guys, anyone who's listening. I want you guys to be involved with all this. So, but I won't keep you guys for too long because this episode's already long as it is. But it's almost been a year since the podcast has started. It's been a year. Sorry, my bad. It's been a year and we've had 10 episodes. To me, it's kind of like we didn't do it, but like if you think about it, we've pretty much done an episode each month. Almost. Yes, I know there's 12 months, but shut up. I know. But I really want to get this going. I want to get this moving. I want to like maybe in the future, like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I really want to make merchandise for this podcast. I really think this podcast has a lot of potential to keep going for a long, long time. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. And without further ado, future Layton is out. Bye-bye.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 10 of the Vantastic podcast. My name is Ryan.
And my name is Layton.
And actually, this is kind of funky. We've never done this before. We are doing this. Did we do episode 9 like 2 days ago?
Yeah, we did. We recorded episode 9 like 2 days ago. Yes.
Yeah. So, if you listen to episode 9, all we did was talk about work stories, and it was quite frankly, I mean, a little bit depressing, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because talking about COVID-19 and all that jazz. And we actually had more plans to talk about more things in episode 9, but the work stories just took up the whole episode.
Well, I mean, again, 2 work stories.
Yeah, it was literally just 2 work stories. It was kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's been literally 2 days, and I already have a work story that literally happened just a couple hours ago because it is like 10 o'clock right now. And I got off work an hour and a half ago, and I actually have a story from today. But after this story, we're not gonna talk about the pandemic at all. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't think you really want to talk about it either.
Not really.
So yeah, okay.
It ruined so many lives.
Yeah,
and so many plans that everyone had.
This story isn't even really that eventful. It's just something. Like, you just don't think it would ever happen, especially to a grocery or a store. I would say grocery store, but the dollar store isn't really a grocery store. So this actually has been happening since the pandemic started, but it's starting to happen again. I guess I'll just put it bluntly. We're running out of bags.
Oh, yeah.
Bags. Like plastic bags. We don't have any plastic bags right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you don't know, at the dollar store we offer the regular plastic bags, which, it's basically your normal size grocery bag. Then we have these super large plastic bags because the carts can't go outside. And then we have reusable bags, like just cloth, that come in the same sizes, the regular size and then the super large size. Right now, we are actually out of plastic bags completely. We're on reusable bags right now. Like, how... I just don't understand how that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely not a shortage. And we're getting shipments, like, almost every day. But as far as I know, the bags just ain't coming. Like, it's so stupid. But here's the thing. This isn't even the worst it got. I think about 2-3 weeks ago, actually maybe closer to a month ago, we were out of bags completely. No bags. At all. And were people pissed. We actually, for people who actually really needed bags, they actually had to, like, we sell bags too, like, your typical zipper bags and stuff like that for like $2 and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We had to, like, give them those, and it's like, oh my god. And then we got the plastic bags in, and all seemed well until I walked into work today, and I saw the reusable bags in the carousel. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, this again? Again? At least I don't have to go through Easter without no bags, because...
Oh, yeah.
That was the weekend. The weekend we had no bags was Easter weekend.
Yep,
I'm pretty sure.
I was there. I was in there for that. Yeah.
So stupid. Okay. That's work. That's it. That's all. That was a 4-minute long story. Holy. Okay.
This is like okay. Hold on. This is like extremely short, but like I just have to mention.
Have a work story.
No. It's not really a work story. It's just something I just noticed. So the bags at Co-op, they're the compostable bags. Like, we don't have no plastic bags anymore. We stopped June 1st.
It's just
July 1st. Sorry.
Biodegradable. Right?
January 1st. It's compostable bags. God, I went through all the J's.
Okay.
Uh, but we have a new supplier, so it's a new brand, right? But they put the bags inside of a bag, inside of a box, inside of a bigger box, covered in saran wrap to give to us, right? But
Okay.
we don't take the bags out of the box. Well, we don't take the bags out of the bag that's in the box. But
It's like some Russian doll
first
type
of
stuff
all,
going on
yeah,
here.
first of all, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
And second of all, they stank. They're really stinky. Like it smells. Okay, imagine what bread smells like, right? It's pretty good, right?
What did you just say?
Bread.
You, you sound like you tried to roll your B.
Imagine bread. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Oh well, I didn't.
Okay, anyway, bread, smell of
I mean, I
bread.
might have.
Yes.
Um, so imagine the smell of bread. It's pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
It is.
now, imagine. This is gonna sound weird. Imagine weird bread. The smell of a weird bread, like it's
Oh, I can kind of picture that.
it. Like people can kind of think of it and like smell it and stuff. It's
I smell some weird bread.
like there's nothing wrong with the bags. It's just weird smelling.
Actually, that just made me remember another story from tonight. I didn't even think I'd be talking about this on the podcast. I don't know what happened, but I went to go pee before I went back out on the floor, and there was a thing of vinegar in the sink, and the bathroom like reeked of vinegar, and I have no idea why. I even checked like the the big bottle, and like there was no breach in the seal or anything, at least I could find. But yeah, I was actually like coughing. That's how much it reeked of vinegar in there. So I was gonna die. But okay, that's all the work stories. That's it. At least that's all from me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to get into it.
All right. One thing that we actually had planned on doing for episode 9, but we ran out of time because, Layton went on his giant ass, like 20-30 minute rant.
It really was a rant. It wasn't even a work story.
Yeah. We were going to talk about, like, scary stories and stuff and just, like, things that we've experienced. We've never talked about that stuff on the podcast. We've always talked about, like, funny stories and stuff like that. But, let's dive deep. Okay, let's not. Oh wait, actually,
Let's
that's
dive
really weird.
deep. That sounds. Oh yeah. There's
There's
there's a little bit of personal in there. I don't think I want to
Let's
do
get
this
super
anymore.
personal, yes.
Um,
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
yep.
Okay.
I mean, I'm already home, so I just hang up.
I've had a story in mind for the past couple days, so I'm pretty sure I've told you this story too, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's
Okay.
just it's too good. It's too good. So it starts off, I had a really weird dream. It was almost a nightmare. In my life, I've never had a true nightmare, but I've had some pretty, kind of weird dreams. So this dream, oh boy, it was I was at an amusement park. I think it was me, or maybe it was like someone else. And I was like them. I don't know, but it was at an amusement park. But this place was like really gruesome for some reason. Like the roller coasters would like jolt you from side to side. You'd hurt yourself, and people were crying and screaming and stuff. It was really morbid. But the part that like woke me up was I was this person, wasn't necessarily me. I was on this roller coaster, and while I was on this roller coaster, going down at like almost terminal velocity, it seemed, it fell off the tracks and it slammed straight into the ground. Now
And then you woke
somehow
up?
me, no, it's not. It's not over.
Oh.
Somehow me, I guess I'll do air quotes on me. I survived this, but like I had my face down into the ground. I landed on my stomach basically. Somehow my back didn't snap like a breadstick, but I was lying there on my stomach. And I looked up, and I was laid in front of a tombstone. And I it had a name on it. I can't remember what that name was, or it had something on it.
Daniel Radcliffe.
And then immediately once I realized, that I was laying in front of a tombstone, I started to feel funny, and the survivors around me started to act really funny, and then I realized, like, oh my god, I'm being possessed.
That
And
is
like
your
everyone
first
around me is being
thought.
possessed, and like weird things started happening. Like we started growling and hissing, and then we all started to levitate, and that's when I woke up. I actually like forced myself to wake up, and this is okay. This isn't over yet. So I woke up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, like, I almost peed my pants. I was like, what on earth just happened? So I sat up for a little bit. I I cleared the dream out of my mind, but also at the same time, I made sure I remembered it because I did not want to forget that dream, and
Yeah, yeah.
obviously it paid off because I'm speaking about it right now. So once I kind of calmed myself down, I got myself like ready to sleep again. I went back to sleep.
Yeah.
Now, the story doesn't end there. And in order to keep on going with the story, I have to explain my nightstand setup a little bit. So, I sleep on the far right side of my bed. And on my right side of my bed, obviously, I have my nightstand. And I have a charging pad for my phone right on the edge. Like, it's basically right next to my head almost. I can easily reach for it, whenever I need to. And since it's
Mm-hmm.
wireless, I can literally take it off the pad and hold it. Right.
Yeah.
Now, I can't remember what I was doing that day, but I had an alarm set. I might have been going to work. I'm not really sure. Now, I woke up to my alarm, and I go to hit snooze on my phone, and I reach over to my pad, my charging pad, but my phone wasn't there. So then I turn over to my other side and find my phone ringing between my headboard and the mattress. It was stuffed in there.
Oh. Oh. All right.
Yeah. Here's like some things, like it actually freaks me out to think about to this day. One, oh, I forgot to say earlier. I also I listen to the radio when I sleep, and I can't get any FM reception down in my bedroom. So I stream it from my phone to a Bluetooth speaker. Okay. I forgot to say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Now, it's happened before where my charging pad just kind of chokes and my phone doesn't charge and it dies in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, my phone wasn't on the pad and the alarm went off. So it didn't die. It was at about 50%.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, like, if I were to put it there somehow when I went to sleep, like, there's no way it would have survived the night. And, of course, I never touched my phone after I woke up from the dream. I just went right back to sleep. Also, another thing is, since my charging pad sits on the corner of my nightstand, it's easy that in my sleep, I don't move around that much, but I do sometimes. It's easy that in my sleep, I could have shuffled myself, kicked up the blanket, and my phone would have fallen off onto the floor next to my nightstand. But when I reached for my phone on the charging pad, and I realized it wasn't there, I didn't bother to check under my bed. I went to go pick out my phone from between the mattress and the headboard as if I knew it was there. But once I picked it up, I was like, wait, how did my phone get there?
Huh.
Yeah, huh, I know.
Wait. So, wait. Did you? Hold up. Wait,
See, the story's
just say
really
that again.
messed
Just
up.
say that again.
What?
Say that again. Just say that again.
Say what again?
Just say the whole thing again.
The whole story?
I need to repeat. I need to soak that back in.
So one night I was having a dream. No, okay, I'm not going that far. I'll say again. It's easy to knock over my phone when I'm asleep because it sits on the corner of my nightstand. But when my alarm went off, I went to reach for my phone on the charging pad. It wasn't there. And instead of like looking under my bed and wondering where my phone was, I flipped over, I immediately found my phone between the headboard and my mattress as if I knew it was there. And then as soon as I picked it up, I was like, wait, how did it get there? And yeah.
Yeah. It's like, it's you had to
Yeah.
have put it in your sleep, and you did the exact same thing when you woke up. Like, you flopped over on your stomach and you
I
put it there, and then you flipped
I
back over.
I have no history of sleepwalking or anything like that. When I was a kid, I used to roll around a lot. I used to fall out of my bed all the time too. I had to have guardrails and stuff because I actually would not stop falling out of my bed. But now, I when I fall asleep, I'm a rock. I don't move.
Yeah.
So for this to happen, for me to even like roll over in my sleep is surprising. And for me to take my phone and stuff it, like I didn't drop it in. It was stuffed in there.
So it's pretty much just like someone.
What?
You know who that was?
Who?
Do you know who put your phone there?
Oh, it was you.
No, it was not me.
Whomst?
It had to have been the one and only
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Johnson from Wisconsin.
Oh, no, I wasn't
I said
expecting
Constant
that.
again. I said Constant.
Johnson!
God
Dude!
damn it. He's in the vents.
That's illegal!
They're in the vents. What did you think I was going to say? Your mom?
Unga bunga, that's what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh, no one knows that story.
Let's keep it that way.
Let's keep it that way.
Alright.
If anyone knows what I'm talking about.
Unga bunga, yeah, no. Don't search it up. Okay.
Don't search it up because you're not going to find it. Seriously, I'm not even joking. You'll find like a little kid's book called Ooga Booga.
Alright. That's the scariest story that's happened to me recently-ish. But the scariest thing that ever happened in my life comes in tandem with yours. And it'd be better if you explained yours and then I explain mine.
Well, I mean, I have different ones. Like I have a bunch
like
of different
supernatural and paranormal stuff.
Yeah. I have a lot
That's
of
what my
those,
scariest is.
Okay, first of all, to anyone out there who is a skeptic to this, it's like you don't have to like really take us seriously, but we're being serious. Like this is what we felt.
This
Is
happened.
what we
this
saw.
legitimately happened.
Like this is what happened to us, and that's what we believe. I personally believe in paranormal stuff, and I believe in like spirits and all that stuff. Yeah.
Demons, angels.
Yeah, especially those two, especially. But yeah, again, if you guys don't believe that, you guys don't have to take it seriously. Just try to immerse yourself. Yeah, try to immerse yourself into it a little bit. But
put yourself in our shoes.
Yeah. I think that this is when we came over before I moved in, right?
That story. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But tell one of your stories just so mine makes a little more sense.
Well, about that day or something else?
Something else.
Okay.
Like explain like what's happened at your house.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that.
Okay.
And then that will work in tandem with my story, so I don't have to like try and explain stuff that happened to you.
Yeah. Okay, so there is this house. I'm living in it currently. I've lived here since I was 3 years old. I've moved here since I was 3 years old. I used to live in another house somewhere far from here. And when I moved out because my parents they separated, and so I had to live with my mom over. It was still in the same city, but I had to move like pretty far away, I think
Pretty far
half,
away, like a couple, like maybe 5 or 6 blocks. Wasn't that far?
Well, I mean, for the city, it's pretty far that we're in.
I suppose.
Like, that's far in the city, especially because all of us are lazy.
Okay, go on.
But I had to move there for like 2 3 years, I think, maybe even
Yeah,
more than that. I can't remember. Um, but my dad still lived there, and
in the
he,
house.
yeah, and it was pretty much empty. It was just him and a bunch of stuff, and I went over. There's a couple of my clothes over there, because I still missed it. Right, it was the house I grew up in. Right, of
Fair
course I'm gonna
enough.
want to
Yeah.
stay there. Right.
Hmm.
Um, and then all I know, actually, hold on. I'm gonna rewind back to when my parents were still together. I This was when I was in elementary. Um, my family and I, well, actually, my dad wasn't there, but my two sisters and my mom, we were all downstairs. This is before the flood happened. Um,
Okay.
we uh we were playing with a Ouija board, and I didn't believe in it.
Oh Jesus.
I was extremely skeptical about it. Like, I'm totally fine playing it again because I've only played
Oh,
it
I
once
don't
in my
think I could
life.
ever,
I've only played
especially
it
in your
once.
house. Oh,
Um, but the one thing is that when I was playing it, my two sisters and my mom let go of the planchette and
planchette.
asked, but they first asked, "Hey, can I let go and show me, Layton, that it's real and let me feel the planchette move, right?" So they let go, and then I felt it move, and it was the weirdest thing I've ever felt. Like, I've never felt that ever. Like, something, I put my hands on something and it moved by itself, and it wasn't, it was an
Wasn't
object.
you?
Like, there's no way that could have moved. And I was just so mesmerized by it, and I was so fascinated by it. And during those story, like during that time, I said goodbye. My and It was me and my sister who said goodbye, and my other sister and my mom kept playing a little bit, just to talk a little bit more. But we found out there was a little boy who named himself after my middle name. His name was Nicholas.
Oh Jesus.
And I don't know how old he is, but I remember, all I know is that I'm pretty sure he kept following me around a lot. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad at all. He didn't do anything. The one thing I do remember is that he liked play with the blinds, and a lot of people would be like, well, no, that could have been the wind and stuff. It's like, no, I'm inside and the vents are completely shut off, and they just start moving. And when I say, "Hey, can you stop? Can you stop playing with the blinds?" It just stops. And yeah, that might be coincidence, and other people might figure out ways to debunk it, but that's what I feel, right?
Hmm.
Um, but there was that little boy, and when I grew up, right after I moved out, and I just came back every back and forth, I kept seeing him play with the blinds. And during that period, my dad was almost never home, and there was nothing on the walls, pretty much nothing in the house. And one thing about houses is one reason why a lot of people put things up is obviously for decorating, but another reason for doing that is to ward off spirits and making them realize that someone's living here and it's not their house.
Okay.
So since it was completely empty, I found Nick's family. I heard a little girl crying. I don't know where the mom was. I knew there was a man downstairs in the basement. We'll get to that later.
Yep.
And Nicholas was just hanging out with me, and he was always around. And I'm pretty sure there was a dog. And ever since I moved there, I've always had a vision, like I've always had like an old looking picture, like a Polaroid picture with like brown, like it was like black and white, but it was really old, so it turned like a
Starting to brown. Starting
beige.
to turn
Yeah.
brown. Yeah, beige.
Um, and I've always had that vision of a man walking his dog with his two children, a girl and a boy, and I have no idea why I've always heard saw that until I realized that it might have been Nick's family, and I've just had that picture ever since I moved there. And it's really weird because it's at the alleyway right next to my house.
Oh God.
So that's the weirdest part. And it's not even like It's a picture like taken from far away. It's like they're looking at the camera. They were looking in my eyes, kind of thing, right? And and we realized that Nick was fine. I have no idea. No one heard the girl except for me. I was the only one who heard the girl.
And you heard her cry?
Yeah, she was always crying, constantly crying.
From where? Like,
That's the thing. Every single time I went to some place in the house that I heard it most, it disappeared and went to another spot in the house. It's like they didn't want to be seen or been near anyone or whatever. It's like someone was upset. If you're upset, you don't want to be near anyone, right? That
yeah,
kind of
that's
makes
true.
sense. I don't know anything about them now because I don't think they're here anymore. But
Well, maybe they know that, like, with all the decorations, because I know for a fact uh, y- um,
like
when
I
you
fully
move back
moved in.
in,
Yeah.
when you fully move back in, you really like your family, like really
Put a
did the
bunch of
place up.
stuff up, yeah.
Yeah, so
And
maybe
we're
that
still
made them
like fixing
realize.
things, yeah.
Yeah, it made them realize. Oh wait, this is not our house.
Yeah.
So
That might be.
maybe they screwed off. I don't know.
I know the dad had to have. Cuz one thing is that before we moved back in, we were trying to sell the house cuz we don't have a lot of money, right?
Hmm.
And we noticed that everyone who came here didn't like it whatsoever. Like they just didn't want to buy it, and it was weirding all of us out because
Yeah, you have a
it's a
really
really
nice
nice
house.
house. It's a really nice house, even when we didn't even do the changes. Like it's
Yeah,
even better now because we did do some changes, but it was a really nice house, and like Ryan just said, like you can tell it was a nice house,
yeah,
right? Um, especially the downstairs actually, because we after the flood we made it look so modern and like made it
yeah.
way different, and it looks really nice.
Hmm.
But during the period where my dad was, it was just my dad and a few people were coming in and out and just like checking out the house to see if they wanted to get it and stuff, right?
Hmm.
Again, no one got it, but I always came over and fell asleep and all that stuff. Like I slept over, right? After school, I came over, made some Pop Tarts or grabbed some cereal, right? Like
Yeah,
it was just like it was like a nice sanctuary for me because pretty much no one was there, and
yeah,
even Ryan knows because we both went to the house when like nothing was there, and you were like, whoa, because it was so
yeah.
empty and it was really off.
It was. It really was. Especially your old bedroom upstairs.
Yep,
That part got me the most because I remember like that place was packed,
yep.
and now it's just empty.
I mean, it's full now, but
Oh, is
but
it?
yeah.
What's in there?
My sister's room.
Oh,
Yeah,
your sister's living at home now?
yep. No, I mean
Oh,
she
I
can't
didn't
really
know that.
afford anything else, so.
That's true. Okay.
Um, so yeah, but I feel like my room was the worst for everyone to see.
Your bedroom?
Yeah, because
Oh, for the moving. Okay, I
yeah,
thought you
yeah,
meant the
because
paranormal stuff.
in my room it was like fully packed. Like there was a bunch of stuff. There was a bed desk. It's
Yeah,
kind
I
of weird to
remember
say.
that. I remember that.
I had a desk, and on the left of it there was drawers that also were stairs to go up onto a bed that was over my desk. Yes, a
Mm-hmm.
little kid, I get it. Haha. Um, but it like, and then my closet, there was like so much in there, and then like right next to it behind the door there was literally a drawer with like a little kid slide. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
And then
That was the
after
bomb.
from there, first of all, the first hit was when everything was gone. It was completely empty in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second hit was when my room turned from blue to white because I
Yeah.
had to paint over it. I had to paint over my own room. And the worst part was I had to paint over the rocket ship that we painted, remember?
We painted a rocket ship.
Well, you didn't. My dad did.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a really good. It looked really nice. I really liked the rocket ship. Even if I had it now, I really wouldn't mind it. I mean, I might be like, oh, like a lot of people would be like, oh, you're such a little kid. It's like, dude, I've had that since I was young.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it, right?
I would too.
Yeah.
Anyway, can we get back to the
Yeah.
paranormal stuff? It's getting boring.
Boring. Okay. So downstairs was the where the dad was, right?
That's terrifying to think about.
Yeah. I mean now, especially now that we know what happened.
You are literally down there right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in the room that happened. That's my room.
Oh, right. That was your room. Okay, it's foreshadowing. Ooh.
Ooh.
Go.
Okay, so when you walk downstairs, there's a door immediately to the right. That is my door. That is my room. If you go to the left, there's another door. There's like an open area, but right beside it, there's another door leading to a bathroom, to the open area, to another room, to another bigger area, like the living room, right? And then right across from the bathroom is the boiler room. That was the scariest part because me and my friend, I'm gonna call him Milo, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, Milo.
All right, me and my friend Milo, we went there because we both believe in it and we love like investigating and like figuring things out, right?
Yeah.
So we had a few tricks in our sleeve, I guess you can say, like to like see if something would happen, right?
Yeah.
And for us, like both of us can hear and I guess talk to and sometimes even see better than some more
Entities.
some then better than most people because a lot of people will just like wait there for a few seconds and then just like they're just
Give up.
waiting for something and then they leave. For us, we literally the way you do it is that you focus on what you're waiting for, right? So if you're waiting for an entity to like a show itself, like say, if anyone is in this room, can you please show me a sign, right? As soon as you say that, focus on what you just said and focus and try to give energy. I hate that word, but give energy to the spirit or entity of or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And like having a taser also works because when you use it, it will give. It sounds bad. When you like
Show
put
yourself.
the taser on. Well, that's kind of pretty much what you do. You just do it in the air because it will take the energy or it'll take the energy from the taser, right? I was gonna say flashlight because I had a flashlight taser at one point. And it will use it to either do a thud or a knock or make a noise, like make a noise or crack and thud or whatever, right, around you, or even pushing something off of something, or
Okay,
using you.
So what happened with you and Milo then?
Um, so first we first just sat on the couch and just went quiet for a little bit, and we were hearing creaks and stuff, and we were like, no, it's probably just a house. Like that's everyone's
The
first
house
thought, right?
settling. Yeah.
And then Milo remembered something, and he grabbed a piece of paper and a pen. He put it on the table, and he said, and he stuck his arm with the pen in his hands. He closed his eyes. The pen was over the paper, and he said, if anyone is in this house, please use my arm and write whatever you want on the paper. This actually works. It just kind of depends on how strong that entity is or that spirit is, right? or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is. It depends on first of all, how strong it is, and how much you're focusing and all that stuff, like how much you're really into it, right?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, people might be so skeptical about that as well, saying like, well, yeah, you're too into it that you might just write something somehow, right? It's like, it's not perfect writing. It is not perfect writing. I'm gonna say that right now. Like
Well,
we could
yeah.
almost barely make it out. Like there was like dots everywhere sometimes, and like sometimes it's like a little kid trying to draw in the lines kind of thing.
Uh huh.
So what he did, he said that he said all that. Please use my, I still hate this word. Please use my energy and bring my arm down and write whatever you want, right? And I closed my eyes, and we had a recorder. Like I pulled up my phone recorder and I put it down as he said that, and I didn't hear anything on the recorder at all whatsoever, but we heard something in person. We heard like it was like a whisper, but we couldn't make out what the word was. It kind of like
Mm-hmm.
sounded like it was really weird. It was like super faint, and it sounded like it was coming from the hall. And he opened his eyes and looked to the left, which is down the hall.
Right.
And then he, like, when he did that, we all he brought his hand back, and then we looked at the paper, and we didn't even notice that he wrote something, and we couldn't exactly make it out. We weren't sure if it was Cody or Kobe. But it was the name. We knew it was like Cody or Kobe, and we were wondering like, what the hell is this? And then after I tried it, and I said, "Can you write whatever you want?" And then after we both closed our eyes, we recorded nothing. I didn't hear anything on the recording. We didn't hear anything on like in general. And then we opened my eyes because I felt something, right? And then I looked down, and it wrote Kobe or Cody again, like almost the exact same way. Like, how can you copy someone that had their eyes closed writing a name, and then another person
Whoa.
copying it identically, like almost identically, the
Do you still
exact
have
same
that
way?
piece of paper?
No, I don't know where it is. I legitimately have no idea where it is. I
Oh,
think we threw it away, to be honest, because we were kind of freaked out and we weren't thinking to keep it. So also
fair.
that was a long time ago. So
How
um
many years ago?
this was like how long have I been here? Maybe it might have been like
Oh,
2 years ago, 2-ish, 3-ish years ago, I think.
okay.
Maybe I'm not sure, but something like that, I
All
think.
right.
Hold on.
I was gonna
During
tell
and
my story.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you're not
after
done?
that, yeah, no.
Oh, Jesus.
After that, I also actually just before we sat down, I put a like a business card that my dad had sitting out. I put it at the edge of the banister, like kind of like hanging off, and I said, if anyone's here, like if you just want to hang out and like if you're just here, can you please knock this over at any point today, right? Nothing really
Mm.
happened. Nothing happened during that entire piece of paper. It didn't drop whatsoever. And then we went downstairs and we just sat there and listened. We were terrified because as soon as we hit like halfway down the step, we got a sense of dread. Like we both like at almost instantaneously, like we both did a thing where someone's like scratching your back and or like going down your spine kind of thing, and
Yep.
you like arch your back slightly, and then you like like have a shiver, right?
Yep.
We both did that almost at the same time, and it got really cold. Like obviously basement, I kind of get that, like I can kind of debunk that, but normally it's
But
not. Like I don't know, like you won't really know. So we went in my room first. Not much really happened. We still had that feeling of anxiousness and dread and all that stuff.
wait, when did
And
this story happen? Sorry.
the same day, it's the same day.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So the when you went into your room, that wasn't your bedroom at the time, was it?
yeah, no. It was my sister's old room.
Right.
and there's drawings still up, and she used to paint, and there used to be like a giant ass face like where my bed is currently. And it was terrifying when we walked in because I forgot to tell him, so he walked in and screamed. Like he all like
Oh,
because I was gonna go in the other room, and he walks in the room and he's like, "Ah!" It was the funniest thing. It was so funny. It was like so high pitched. And then I was like, what happened? Like I was kind of concerned, but like I thought it was the painting. And then he pointed out the painting. And he was like, dude, that terrified the hell out of me. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, I forgot to
that
tell
would
you that.
scare me really bad too.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy hell!
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
you're
even know
just
what it
lucky
looks
that I
like.
painted over it first.
Oh yeah.
um, okay, but then after all that, right? There's this thing called sage, so we smudged. It's like white leaves, and it's like it has a certain smell to it, and it like protects you from any bad entities and stuff, and well, spirits in general, I'll say.
Hmm?
Um, so you light it on fire, it goes out, and it just puffs out a bunch of smoke, and it stays for a long time. Smudging is like, say, like you have a magic wand and you're tapping a hat, right? And you're just constantly doing that in the corners and all around the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
And we kept hearing a noise in during this entire time. We kept hearing a noise ever since we got downstairs in the boiler room. And Milo kept having that feeling like someone's in the boiler room. We did not want to open that goddamn door. We were terrified.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We didn't want to open that door. So we just smudged everywhere, and then all we did was X the door off, kind of like trying to keep it in there for a little bit, just to, because we didn't want to open it. We didn't want to go in there. We didn't want to smudge anything from in there. And then as soon as we went upstairs, I was gonna move the business card back into the pile, and I found it on the floor. And I'm like, there's no way we could have made noise or bumped anything to make it fall. And then Milo remembered, what did you ask at the beginning of the day when we came in here? And I just said, is anyone here either to hang out or do something else? As in something else, I mean like something that, like, they had intentions
Sinister?
to do something bad.
Yeah.
So we just got right out of there. We didn't, because I was not going to test that to say, yeah, they're friendly or no, because I said either one. And that was the dumb part that I said. So we saw the
Yeah.
thing on the floor. There's no way I could have moved that. There's no windows open. The vents still weren't on. And there like no doors, no nothing. Like there wasn't even enough vibration to hit it off. We even hit the banister a couple times to see if it would fall off, and it wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Something pushed it off, right?
Jeez.
So after that, we darted the hell out of there. We left. I locked the door. We got on our bikes and left. So, and we can go to Ryan's now. Finally.
Damn, man. That you have not told me that one yet.
Yeah, no, I didn't tell you
That's-
a few actually.
Oh God. So, my story now. Actually, I gotta ask you, Layton. My story, or like you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Was that like one of the scariest experiences you had, or does that even brush the waters?
It's like dipping your toe into the water
Oh God.
for me.
Really?
Yeah, I know my scariest one.
Okay,
And it was
maybe
it was the
we'll
night of
lengthen.
the story I just said. It was literally the night I just said. Because I was hanging
Okay.
out with him the entire day.
Okay, maybe we'll lengthen this episode because I actually really want to hear that. So, have you told me that one?
What?
That
This-
the scariest one.
Nope.
Oh, great. Okay. Okay, I'll tell mine now. So, me and Layton were jamming at his place. This is when his parents split up, and there wasn't really anything going on in the house.
Yeah, this is
And-
around the same time. This was like a month before, or a month after the story I just said.
Wait, what? You said that was like 2 or 3 years ago.
I don't remember. Like I was just saying, like it was
This
around that time.
this was not 2 to 3 years ago. This was like mid to late last year.
Last year, I was living here last year.
Okay, maybe early to mid. It wasn't that long ago. It was not 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was.
We were writing my grandparents' house.
We were writing a song. Yes.
I did not have a saxophone 2 to 3 years ago. Let alone the Barry sax I had at that time.
Actually, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it. Damn. I was not. I didn't. I just realized. So that story was more recent than I thought. Then.
Yeah.
So.
Oh god, my blanket's coming off.
But yeah,
I built a
this
giant blanket for
the
it.
story Ryan's about to say is
There we
a
go.
month after the story I just said,
Oh.
or
Okay.
like around.
All
like
right. Cool.
So.
Okay. So we were jamming, and I had my saxophone, he had his guitar, and we were just finishing up, and you were just planning on moving in at that point, and I remember we went down into the basement, and you started showing me things, like oh, this is where I'm gonna put this. This is where that's gonna go, and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I think we were just wrapping up, and then I walked into what is now Layton's bedroom, and at the time, there was just kind of stuff thrown everywhere. Like it was pretty
yeah.
messy. I think there was like a half-built cabinet in the middle of the room.
Actually, it wasn't half built. Like that was it. It was just like I just I just had to hang it up. That's all. It's hanged up.
Anyway,
now.
ooh, there was a click in my room. What was that? Oh, I think it was just my tripod. Okay. We're talking about scary stories, so the moment I hear something, I'm like, huh? What? Huh? Okay. So, Layton's doing something else. I think he's like looking at something.
No,
And
I
I
was,
walk into
grabbing something from upstairs.
No, you weren't upstairs. You were downstairs with me.
Well, then I was grabbing something.
Yeah, you were doing something, and I just kind of wandered off. I wandered away from the field trip.
Yep.
And
You're that one kid that needs a leash.
yeah. Anyway, I walk into his old bedroom, and the moment I do, the instant moment I do, I get that aforementioned sense of dread that Layton was talking about not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, there was nothing really off-putting about the room. It was dark. Obviously, it was nighttime when this happened, and there was nothing off-putting about the room. And I've never felt dread like that in my life. So the moment I step in there, I'm like, wait, what the hell am I feeling right now? Like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized, like, oh, I think that's dread. I'm pretty sure that's dread because, something was telling me to get the hell out at that very moment. And at the same time, I had no idea why, so I just kind of stood in place. And then I remember I walked back out of that room, and I looked at you. Now, was I like pale or something?
Actually, okay. I was downstairs, and during that time, I saw you standing in my room. Right, like slightly,
just in the
like
doorway,
slightly
right in the doorway.
And then I said I'll be upstairs, and you just didn't answer me, and I'm like, all right. And because I had to grab my guitar from upstairs because I left it up there, right?
Oh yeah, we were gonna test out. We were gonna record down there. That's the reason why we were down there.
Yeah.
We were gonna record music, and we were actually gonna sound test it.
Yep. And if it didn't work, we were just gonna try to polish it up.
Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember back that far. But yeah, I think I just kind of stepped out and started staring at you pretty much, didn't I?
Yeah. You stepped out, looked at the floor. I remember going to the top of the stairs, and I was gonna ask you to come up to grab a chair, and I saw you just step backwards, look at the floor, turn towards the like your head. You just turned towards the stairs, and then looked at me. Put one foot on the first step, and you asked, "What did you ask?" I can't remember.
I remember you said what was wrong because
Yeah, I said,
obviously
"What's up?"
I stepped out. I probably looked like a deer in headlights.
Yeah, I was like, you okay?"
Yeah, and I remember saying, I just got an extreme sense of dread when I walked in that room, and I have no idea why. And then I
Oh,
remember, I think I saw like your face turn white, and then you said, "Get out!" Like get up, because
yeah,
I was
I
at the
said
bottom of
get
the
up
stairs.
here. Like
Yeah,
immediately after he said that, I was like, get up here.
and like what? like I was
No, no, no.
panicking.
The weirdest thing though was that like you didn't get up right away. You actually went back in the room, grabbed your instrument, and then walked up. That was the
No,
weird part.
I didn't have my instrument down there.
No, no, no. I
I
brought
left
it
it
down there.
upstairs. What? No.
Yeah, we brought it down there. We brought it down there,
What?
and that's
Oh, wait. I think I remember hauling that thing back upstairs.
yeah. You went downstairs with it. You came back up.
Well, I think at the time, like, I wasn't really sure what was going on, so he just told me to get upstairs, and I was like, oh, okay. I panicked a little bit. Maybe I was kind of being dramatic there earlier,
Yeah,
but I panicked a little bit, but I still grabbed my saxophone and walked back upstairs.
yeah.
And then
You asked, and then I explained the story. I just explained. Well, I
a
didn't
little bit, I
actually tell
kind of
him.
knew of it,
Yeah,
and when you
I
said
kind
that,
of
I was just like,
explained what happened.
oh no.
Yeah, you're like, uh-oh, what did I just do? And that's the thing. Like you wanted to leave. You legitimately just wanted to get out of the house and take a breathe, right?
Uh-huh.
And I remember I opened up the windows, let some fresh air come in. I brought the chairs. I went back downstairs to grab the chair, brought it back up, and you said, "Don't leave me alone again." It wasn't even because you had another sense of dread or like you were scared again. You just didn't want me to leave.
I think I did. Here's the thing. Oh, I really got to think back and remember because this part is just such a blur. I remember when I got upstairs, I pretty much felt fine for a little bit. And I think like you were telling me, like you were explaining the story to me, and
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden the feeling hit me again. Dread, you know? And
Like then again,
the
it could have been just because I told you the story and you realized that was probably a feeling.
oh, it
That
was in the
feeling.
middle. It was in the middle of you telling me the story. Like
Mm,
you were still getting to the juicy bits of it,
yeah.
and it just hit me again. And
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember your
the
face.
only the only like physical aspect I can like say like kind of like how I was feeling was it felt like something was pushing down on my shoulders.
Yeah, yeah.
Not like
Oh,
a pair of
yeah, yeah.
hands. Not a pair of hands necessarily, but they felt my shoulders felt heavy.
Like your shoulders like turned into bricks,
Yes,
kind of thing. Yeah.
that's exactly what happened.
Oh, and then but like literally just before we were about to leave, didn't you say you had a feeling that like your chest was going in? Like it
No,
felt like
no,
there was
no, no.
pressure on your chest.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
get. Oh, Jesus, I'm having some interference with my microphone. Well,
yeah.
of course,
I
when we
heard
start
that.
talking, about the freaky stories, I start hearing things. And, oh God, great! I'm
For
not sleeping tonight. Okay, so let's go on with the story. So I starts having that dread again, and then you hand me some incense.
what do you
Was
mean?
it? It was incense that you handed me, or was it the? Oh, what's it called? What you call it?
Sage.
The sage? Yeah, you
Yeah,
handed me the sage, and you lit it too. You lit it,
yeah.
and you
I did.
handed it to me, and I held on to it,
And you
and
did
then
not let go of that thing.
oh no, I did let go at a point, but I started feeling okay again. I handed it back to you, and then you put it at the staircase.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you put it at the staircase. Um, so I started chilling. And then oh, I hate you for this. You went off somewhere and answered a phone call. I think you stood in the front foyer of the house,
Yeah.
and I was still in the living room. I was
Yeah,
just kind of, I
yeah, I
was
was in
chilling.
the master bedroom.
Yeah, and then oh, this is where it gets bad. It's I started to feel dread again, so I just casually picked up the sage, but it never really went away. And I was like, "What? I like this is supposed to, this is supposed to help. Like, what's wrong with this?" So
Hmm.
I stand there, just thinking, I think it'll be okay. And then I heard a floorboard creak at the other end of the house, kind of close to your kitchen, if you can kind of understand what I'm talking about,
Yeah, yeah.
like in that hallway near the bathroom.
Yep.
It was about 10 feet away from me. I heard a floorboard creak, and then, of course, I couldn't make out what exactly it was, but I heard whispers, like straight up, like
Yeah.
something like that. And that, I've never heard stuff like that in my life, and that freaked me the hell out. That's when I heard that for a little bit. Thought I was kind of hearing things. I was like, okay, he opened a window. Maybe it's just wind,
Yeah,
right?
but then the windows were actually behind you, and it wasn't down a hallway.
Yeah, there was no windows in that hallway, but
Yeah.
still, I made myself think that at the time. And then it felt like my chest was going to cave in on itself. And then the dread got even greater. And I think then, it was at that point I realized, wait a second, the windows are behind me. There's no windows in the hallway. Like, that's not possible, right?
Yeah.
And then once I actually started to hurt, like my chest, I I didn't say any words to you. I just put down the incense, put down the sage, grabbed my saxophone, put on my shoes, got the hell out.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, as soon as like I walked out and I saw Ryan look at me, he looked at me with like it was like a straight face. Like I've never seen him with a straight face. Like I saw him straight face, put the sage down. He grabbed his saxophone, he put on his shoes and just left. He didn't say anything whatsoever. He went down to the very bottom of the stairs, like outside. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to quickly grab my guitar and I'm going to leave because I know for a fact he's not going to go back in there. And we still got to like work on the song a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So after that, I went out and I was like, hey, what's wrong? Like, and Ryan was just like, that was even worse than the last time. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, when I was downstairs, something hit me again. Like if my chest is incaving, that's what it feels like. So all we did actually was that we put his saxophone in his in the van. I put my guitar back in the house. And then we hopped in Vinny and we went to I think we went to DQ's.
I dropped you off. No, I dropped you off and then went home.
I thought we had
11 o'clock. It was 11 o'clock at this point.
Yeah. That's right.
That was the scariest drive home of my life. Because I was just in an empty minivan.
Yeah, by yourself.
Didn't you see something when you were walking out of the house, though? Because I remember I
Oh,
was
yeah.
in the
Oh, my
van,
God. Yeah,
and then
you were waiting in the van.
ran back in.
And
you made me, like, floor out of your driveway.
Yeah. So, again, I can see a little bit more. Like, again, that could be just because I believe in it so much that, like, my mind's playing tricks on me. But I really do believe this one was real. I left. I locked the door. I closed it. And halfway through, I looked in the master bedroom window, and I saw someone standing there, and I was terrified because it looked like someone was literally there, like they were in the house with us the entire time. And like it was like
you said
wispy.
You were in the master bedroom when you were taking that phone call.
I was. I didn't feel
and there was
anything.
No one in there.
There was nothing in there. There was no one in there.
Oh God! What?
Yep.
What? I thought you said you saw hands on the glass of your front door.
No,
That-
okay.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I'm
that's what
getting
you
there.
said.
No, I saw that. And then I
There was
looked
more?
over. No, I looked at that window, and then I like my eyes widened and I looked immediate. I don't know. It's like I knew, like you know your phone, like how you knew immediately where it was, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like I looked at the window, saw a man, and immediately knew that someone was at the door. And I looked at the door, and there was handprints and a faint shadow in the back. And I darted. I went in your van so fast, and I said, "Get out!" I like screamed at him. I was like, "Get back! Go!" right?
Yeah.
And you were
I
just like,
remember that.
oh, okay. You reversed.
That's just
You
me.
didn't.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the thing. For some reason, it's like we knew everything was gonna happen. Like everything was happening, right? Like we knew what the future was. Like we knew there was no cars in the way. Ryan didn't even look back, and he just drove back, turned, and went forwards, kind of thing.
Oh no, I looked back.
I didn't wait. I didn't even see you look back. Like I was looking at you.
Well, maybe I was looking in my mirror.
Yeah,
I
probably.
I don't remember the event that specifically, but I know for a fact I'm not stupid enough to, reverse like that out of your driveway without
Yeah.
looking behind me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
just
fair enough.
dumb. But
Fair enough.
that night was the scariest night of my life by far. That's the first time I've always been skeptical too. I mean, like, I've actually had some experiences in my house too.
Oh, I remember. I think I have an idea.
I've
But did you
heard
want me to?
noises, I've heard voices, and I've also seen a shadow move across my wall.
Yeah.
That was scary. But I might be able to explain the shadow one. And then the creaks could just be the house settling. I have quite a bit, but we're already... Should we make this a special? This is the 10th episode.
Yeah, sure. Sure. Sure, why not?
All right.
Like, make it a long
all
one.
right.
Okay,
Damn it.
did you
this
want
is
me
gonna
to...
be to edit. Let's just try
Beep.
not... Don't screw... Let's just try and screw up too much so I don't have to... I just have to listen and not make any precision edits.
Fair enough.
Okay, should I...
Did you want...
Okay.
No. It was me, then you, then me, then you. How about... like,
Well,
going
I
back and
mean,
forth?
your scariest story will definitely eclipse all mine.
Okay, to me, okay, I know a decent amount, okay, about spirits and all that stuff. Okay, okay, so the story that I told earlier, right?
Yep.
I was still hanging out with
Wait, are you
Milo.
telling the scary story?
Yep,
Like the scariest?
the one that I don't want to go back to, kind of thing. Yeah.
Dude,
It
as
might
much
not
as I want to
seem-
hear it, I think, can you let me tell my stories and save the best for last instead
Okay,
of
fine.
like telling
Yeah,
the big one and then having my crappy stuff.
It's like the boss fight. It's like, oh, this is awesome, and then you realize that wasn't the boss fight. And the boss
Yeah.
fight, it's just a cut scene of you just punching him in the face and he gets knocked out or something.
And then the boss fight, like
Yeah.
It's like in Minecraft, my stories are like you getting rid of all the silverfish in the stronghold. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
once you reach the end and start fighting the ender dragon, that's your story.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway. So my stories are fairly quick. There's really there's three short ones. So I'll start with the one this one might be me just like losing my mind, but I don't think it's happened since. I come home from school one day, and this is like maybe 2 years ago. This is a while ago. I come home
You're
from
in
school.
grade 11?
Maybe it was a while ago. Definitely not this year. Maybe not even last year. But anyway, time doesn't matter in this story. Usually, when I would come home from school, my mom and my sister would be just chilling in her bedroom, my mom's bedroom, the master bedroom. And I would go in, see what's up, just say hi, right? And just chat. Now, I come home one day, and there is... like I hear talking, right? So I just automatically assume, like, oh, they're home. I'm gonna go say hi. And as I'm halfway down the hallway, the talking just stops. I'm like, oh, okay. Walk into the room. There's no one there, and no evidence of anyone being there. So I'm like, what? Like, what is this? And so I walk out. And I actually like go check. Like I don't even remember if my mom's even home. And I go look, and her car's not out front, and my sister's not in my bedroom. So my bedroom, her bedroom. My sister's not in her bedroom. So
And
I'm
then you
like,
go to your room, and then she's in your room. You're like, wait a second, huh?
so no, I realize like, wait, I'm the only one home. So I sit down on the couch, like trying to figure out like what the hell just happened. And I go, I find out where my mom is. And just when I start doing that, I hear the talking again.
Yep.
Now, I can't remember what exactly they were saying, but I can remember it wasn't gibberish. It was like audible words. And it freaks me out to the point where I see my mom's on her way home. So I just go sit out on the front stoop and wait for them to come home. They thought I was crazy. I don't think I ever told them what happened. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's that. Story number 2. This was a long, long time ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I was having a
Oh, I think I know this one.
sleepover. I was having a sleepover,
Yeah, I do know this one.
and I was in my basement in my living room. Now, my basement's layout is a little bit strange. There's a staircase going down with a 90-degree turn, and then you have to make a one at the bottom of the stairs. You make a 180 turn
Yeah, you make
down
a
a
UE.
hallway, and then you're in the living room once you walk down this long hallway. Now, I was sleeping. I was having a sleepover. I was sleeping on a couch where my head was basically at the doorway of the living room. So, pretty much anyone who were to walk in to the living room would brush right past my head.
Yeah.
Now, it was about 2 or 3 in the morning, and I hear the house settling a little bit, at least so I thought. But I hear creaks, like on the stairs. And that's a normal thing. I live downstairs right in this basement right now, and I hear the house settle all the time. The stairs creak too. But this is like, it sounds like footsteps, right? It sounds like footsteps coming down the stairs slowly. And I'm like, what? Okay, man, I'm just hearing things. But once I kind of detect the sounds and they're at the bottom of the stairs, I hear it on the floor. Now,
Mm-hmm.
the floors in my basement, we got it redone in the flood. Obviously, they're brand new floorboards. Floorboards. I said floorboards. Oh my god, floorboards. I missed the L. Floorboards. They're brand new, and also they're placed on a cement floor, so they don't creak naturally. So hearing them creak that's what got me going. I was like, what? Why are they creaking? And I start to hear those creaks starting to come down the hallway straight toward my head. And this one I'm starting to freak out. Like, oh my god, it seems like someone is coming down the hallway. And they keep getting closer and closer and closer. And I thought about waking my friend up. But, I thought I was just losing my mind. And eventually, I don't know how, but I gathered the courage to lift my head and look down the dark hallway just as the footsteps were reaching my head. And there was nothing there. And everything stopped from there on out.
Yep.
Actually, that might be the freakiest one, honestly. I don't know. Story number 3. This was really, really, really long time ago. This was maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I was living in my old bedroom that was, excuse me, that was upstairs. Now, my old bedroom is at the end of a hallway, on my upstairs hallway. And on the other side of the hallway from my bedroom, actually maybe, it was on the other side of the hallway, but about maybe 2 or 3 feet down, was my parents' bedroom, the master bedroom. And right in front of their door is a nightlight. This is important. So, it's about 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm lying in bed, and I should also say where my bed is in the bedroom. I have a clear shot, looking out the door, and I can kind of see into my parents' bedroom a little bit.
Yeah,
I should
Ryan's
have
a
said that before.
psychopath. He keeps his door open.
I don't anymore because of this story, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember I was actually just before I was looking on Amazon for a cup holder for my bike, and I remember I was I was thinking about like the cup holder and stuff like that. Just when I see a shadow cast on the wall coming out of my parents' bedroom, and then I heard a creak on the floor all the way down the hallway. Now, to explain, for some reason, when my sister was little, I'm not really, no one was really sure why she did this. She would just go into my parents' bedroom a lot in the middle of the night. I don't know, I can't quite remember if she would wake up my mom or not. Oh, wait, no, it was to, I guess, she'd wake up in the middle of the night, not knowing what time it is, and then she'd go to see if my dad was gone because he works early mornings. And if he was gone, he would go sleep. She would go sleep with her, with my mom, in my dad's spot, pretty much. And of course, if he was not, she would just go back to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So, my a good explanation could be is that I saw her go like come out pretty much. Here's two kind of weird bits though. One was I never saw her or heard her walk in. And also, once I saw the shadow, there was an immediate creak all the way down the hallway. In my upstairs, my house was built in the 90s, so it's fairly old. The floorboards are original, and they creak quite a bit up there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't hear her walk in there, which I easily should have. And I never, when she walked out, I saw the shadow. I should have heard a creak right after, pretty much. But I heard one creak down the hallway. And her, I should say also, her bedroom is just down the hallway, too. From my bedroom.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that one's really weird. And I've told my parents about that one. They actually like genuinely believe me that I could have seen a spirit that night or something like that. But I've never had an occurrence like that ever since. And yeah, that's that. That's all my stories.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I say they were short stories, but that was like almost 15 minutes.
Yep.
All right. Take her away, Maestro.
Okay, so so this is the same exact day of the story.
It's a continuation of all your stories, pretty much.
Pretty much. I want to remember this story, but I don't want to relive it.
Fair.
This was terrifying. So I was hanging out with Milo this entire time, right? Since like 10 in the morning till like 11 at night.
Yeah.
And we were just, I was on my bike and he was on his longboard, and we after that we just left, got some food, like try to calm ourselves down, right? We had a lot of laughs, and then once it got to like the sunset, like we saw like the purple in the sky, right?
Mm-hmm.
We went to Joe Clark, my old elementary school.
Mine too.
And fun fact, Joe Clark is a pretty haunted place. I didn't know that at the time.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense. It has a lot of history to it.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I didn't. I never even thought of that.
And him and I are parkourists. Well, I mean, we at least try to.
Who?
Milo and I. We are
Okay.
both parkourists. We both do parkour every once in a while. Well, I mean, at least we try to. Right?
Still do.
Yeah. Obviously, we still
Oh, really?
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I still do it, you know. I do vaults. I vault over things. And
Okay, just go on with the story.
okay, but the school, like in the back, there is a brick wall, and like the ceiling part has like little indents. It's like a gear, but not round. It's like straight, like
Yeah,
teeth with
it's
gaps, kind of thing,
yeah,
right?
the building
You,
itself.
yeah, you could easily put your hand on it and like pull yourself up and grab the other one.
Climb.
Yeah. So what we did was that we ran and we just grabbed the top and just hold ourselves and then drop and then keep going. We were just practicing, right? And then we were thinking, hey, I think we can get up. We can actually get on top of the roof. This is illegal, by the way. Don't worry about it. Disclaimer: do not do this. I'm not even joking. Like, you can get in humongous trouble for this.
Yeah, I've witnessed someone get in trouble. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. As soon as I got on top, there was like 2 levels kind of thing to the ceiling. So we got up to the first one, right? And we were just hanging out. We found like action figures and like balls and toys all around the entire roof for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. And we actually found we found the doorway from the outside to the inside, and it was kind of cool. We were like looking around, and then I remembered that there was like a skylight in one place, so we went there and looked on the inside.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, we there was a janitor actually walking under us, and we were like, "Whoa, this is weird." I feel like I'm in a movie kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were trying to be quiet because we were thinking maybe they can hear us, so we should probably be quiet. And then we found like a few other things. Like there's this cement like a step, cement step, like for like stairs or whatever, or like helping to get up. Yeah, like next to the door, and it was like, and we flipped it over. I mean, there was a few spiders that came out. I'm sorry for anyone who's scared of spiders. I'm not exactly. I mean, they're terrifying when they're like humongous and they're crawling up your arm really fast.
Oh God, don't say that. Don't say that.
Just like the one on your arm right now. Made you look.
I actually looked. You son of a gun.
Comment down below if I actually made you look.
Just go on with the story. Oh my God.
So, and then we found like some, like when we flipped it over, the spiders went away. There was some dirt under it. And then we found like some scratch marks on it. Like nothing scary. Like people are like putting their signatures on it, like saying their name. And then we went up to the second level. Like we climbed a ladder that was there to the second level. We didn't see anything
on the roof.
Yeah. Milo was kind of afraid of heights, like standing on the edge. I still am not. So I was literally standing. I was literally standing on the edge, like my toes were hanging off the roof, kind of thing. And I'm just looking down. I'm like, "What's your problem, man?" Right? I'm looking over to my left. He's like crawling. He's like on the thing, like barely peeking over the thing. It was like, "Get down!" Like I'm terrified, right? But that's the thing. Remember this. We both threw one ball off, right? And then I pointed at the ball, and then we both looked at it. Remember that. Just remember that, okay?
Okay.
I want you to see if you can put 2 and 2 together at some point.
Probably won't, because I'm like half asleep right now. I'm starting to fall asleep.
Fair enough.
My blanket for it.
Okay, so remember that. We both looked at one specific spot after I pointed at it, right? And then he said, "Please get off." We looked at each other. We looked back. He said, "Please get off." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, fine." I got off. We got back down, all the way back down. We grabbed the yellow ball, or it wasn't a yellow. It was a pink ball. Yeah, I said pink a while ago, I think. And yeah, it was like a pink soccer ball, and it was like half deflated, so it was just sitting there, and It got to the point where like by the time we got down, like the sun was pretty much gone, right?
Yeah.
And so pretty much nighttime comes, right?
Nighttime.
Nighttime, the scariest part for these stories.
Yeah,
Yay.
boy.
Um, but then this is the time I got on my bike and he was holding his longboard, and this is the time where Milo decided to tell me, "Hey, this place is haunted," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks. That's helpful. Wow, I didn't
Okay.
know that. Wow, thanks for that." But that's the thing. Like as I was getting down, I heard like little kid voices. I'm like, "Oh, okay. I probably can't see them. Like they're like in the field, right?" I heard it from the field. After he said that, I went forward to get out of the way of the park, like the park playset area, just to look in the field really quick, and I saw little kids skipping and jumping around like an like a little boy wearing like or not overalls, like pants, shirt, like striped shirt, like old timey stuff, like with like the front cap,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, and
This is like at night.
yeah, like it's almost pitch black kind of thing. Like the sun's kind of there, but it isn't. Like I
Yeah.
can't see the sun, but the light's still coming through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
Um,
get you.
I saw a bunch of little boys and a bunch of little girls dressed up like really old timey kind of thing. Like I said, um, and the one thing is about spirits is that if you see any little children that have black eyes that look like a video game that is like unlocked, so they're like black and white and they have pitch black eyes, like pits for eyes, don't go near them. Turn the other way and get out.
Yeah, I've heard about that before.
Those are the worst ones. Well, one of the worst ones, anyways. Um, guess what those little children were?
They had the black eyes, didn't they?
They were the black-eyed children.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that. It
Did you
terrified
actually
the hell
walk
out of
up
me.
to them?
No, why would I do that?
How did you know they had black eyes from a distance then?
Oh, trust me, you'll know as soon as you see it. You will see it. It's terrifying. Like I don't want to see that ever again. I hope I don't.
Huh.
You can see it. Trust me. It's really weird. It's really really weird. They didn't seem like they really cared about us, so I was like kind of calmed down from that. But I was still terrified, obviously. Like I was kind of like, okay, like
What did you
nothing.
and Milo do after that? Did you boot it out of there?
We didn't really boot it out of there because we heard something on top where we were earlier, right? And
Yeah.
both of us, this is not like I don't even know how you could be coincidence about this. Both of us saw two shadow figures with white eyes. One was standing, like one was standing on the edge, and another one was peeking his head over. One pointed at me, and they both looked at me, looked at each other, looked back, and the one standing on the edge stood there for longer than I was standing there in the first place,
Was it
and
standing in the exact same spot you were?
in the exact same spot, pointed in the exact same area because we were right beside the pink ball. They looked at each other at the exact same time we did. We looked at them. We saw that happening, and I knew when I moved back, the other shadow didn't move back at all. The other shadow, like the shadow that was, I guess, me, didn't move when I moved, looked back down, and slipped and fell.
Whoa.
And there was a light, so once it hit the light, it just completely vanished through the light like it was smoke.
Whoa.
So if the two and two for me is, what if I was still up there and I decided to look down? Would I have slipped and fell? Could have that been me?
Whoa.
As soon as that one fell, the other one that was up there just like it looked like they got yanked back, right? It's like that one doesn't make any sense. It's like that one, okay, like no one else was up there, so I don't know. That's why I'm having like back and forth between this. After that, he or both Milo and I looked at each other like we were both terrified, and we both said like kind of like similar. Not in sync, not at the same time, not the same way. We kind of said, "Did you see that? Like, did you see what just happened there?" Right?
Mhm.
And we both after we didn't even answer because we both knew we saw it because we
We
said
both,
it.
yeah, you both knew.
Yeah. We looked back up and we saw a bunch of shadows just standing there, and we saw a few of them literally starting to climb down head first down where we
Head
were.
first.
So we just straight up bolted out of there as fast as we could. As soon as we got like on the road a little bit, like on our bike and longboard, we just like looked at each other, we just breathed a little bit, and we're like, okay, we're fine, we're okay. Nothing happened, we're fine, right? So we went and
Yeah.
just started biking around for a while. The sun is pitch black. No, there's no sun. We saw the moon. There's like light now, and we are over by a store called Lutz now.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. We're
okay.
by a store called Lutz and by a store called UFA.
Yeah,
Um,
I know where that. I know where you guys are.
yep. So right there, um, both of us, or Milo, heard a whisper in his left ear, and I heard a whisper in my right ear. Mind you, I'm on his left and he is on my right. So something was in between
Opposite
us.
sides. Oh
Yeah.
wait, no, between. Right.
Something was right in between us.
You were moving at this point. You weren't staying still. You were
Yeah,
moving.
yeah. We were like going slow. We were just laughing and talking. But as soon as both of us went quiet, we both I don't know what he was doing. I know I was looking forward and I was about to say something. And at the exact same time, we both heard just a whisper saying, "Get out!" And it that
Oh
was
God,
the most
I felt that.
it was the most terrifying thing. Like I even just got shivers right now just because I was through that. Like I can't I don't want to go through that again. Like it was terrifying. But that's another thing. When you get hit by a spirit, or like when you've been through a spirit and it like it's strong, your emotions come out and you start crying or you get really mad. One of the two. Mostly it's crying, and you get really scared and nervous and you start like dropping tears. I just
Hmm.
bolted out. I went from UFA to past Lutz in not even 10 seconds on my bike. And if you know
And you
where we
just
are,
left Milo behind.
Milo was like he was almost pretty much as fast. He took 15
Oh,
seconds to get back, and he was on his longboard. That's how terrified we were. As soon as we got there, we both we got to the we I waited for him cuz I realized I left him. So I stopped. He stopped there and he was like, "You heard that, right?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I just heard that. I literally just bolted and I'm crying. I'm legitimately crying right now." And I saw him starting to tear up too. And he felt something on his earlobe, like nails playing with his
oh,
earlobe, and he darted, and I'm like, what just happened?
I've
And then I
heard
felt,
like that.
and then I
Sorry,
felt
go on.
that on my left ear, my left earlobe, and it started
Oh,
doing that again.
I think you're the one who told me that if you feel like nails playing with your earlobe, that's the sign of a demon.
That's a sign of Satan himself.
Right, that's what you said.
Both of us felt that, and we got out. We went back to our house. Well, actually, he came to my place. I mean, he was like living pretty close to me, and this is I wasn't living in the house. Like I'm not living in the same place I am right now.
Oh, you
But
went back to that condo.
yeah, we went to the condo, and he was living in the same complex as me, so
Oh,
he
okay.
he went back home when he could. So yeah, we after that, we just went to my place. We sat down. We didn't even talk for like 5 minutes. I turned on my, I think I had an Xbox at the time because my PS4 was at someone else's place. Yes, I have best of both worlds, okay? If you don't like it, who cares? Like, seriously, don't fight over it. It's like everyone's the same.
Keep telling your story.
I am. I just turned it on and we started playing. We laughed a few times because the game glitched out and it was super super funny. It was Milo's favorite game, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls.
Skyrim, yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, after that day, we haven't really talked about it. We didn't talk about it at all. We kept hanging out, obviously, but we never tried to do any paranormal stuff since then. For a long time, I haven't. To my knowledge and me remembering, I don't think I have since then. I don't think I've ever tried to contact anything or tried to do anything like that. So,
yeah.
I don't know about him either, but yeah.
That actually makes me think. I hear some funny stuff at the dollar store when we close too. It's frequent times. I mean, most of the time I think it's just my mind playing games with me. But there was actually one night, like I think 2 weeks ago, I was closing down the store. And like we just closed, right? So I'm making sure everyone's out. And I'm hearing like actual, like maybe not really footsteps, but I thought I heard carts rolling. And voices too. And I actually did about, I think, 4 laps around the store just to make sure there was no one there. And it's quite frequent that, even when the radio's off and all the fans are off, you still hear things. And it's freaky. One of my coworkers, actually last week, told me about a story where I guess 2 of my coworkers the night before, for some reason, were playing with balloons. Like helium balloons or something. I really don't know. And I guess one of them was a red balloon. And they forgot to dispose of it or whatever. And they just left it floating. So my my assistant manager went in. It was like a super early morning. It was like 5 a.m. she went in.
Yeah.
She went in, and I guess in one of the aisles was just a floating red balloon.
It's coming for you, bro.
Yeah, Pennywise. Yeah, on your ass.
Pennywise, like the dancing clown.
Oh my god, if that was me, I quit. I would leave. It's like, screw it, I'm done. They don't pay me enough for this.
I just see you unlock the door, you walk in, you see it in the aisle, you're like, just straight face, nope, and you're just saying nope as you're going out. You lock the door again and you're just gone.
Yeah,
like the store's closed for that day.
All right, this has been going for an hour and a half. This is the longest podcast we've done so far. Yes. So let's just end this right now. That's a perfect ending.
Yep. All right. Actually, if anyone has any scary stories of themselves and they're willing to share, comment down below and we might actually read it in the next one.
Actually, DM me or Layton.
Yeah, DM one Instagram. Of us. If you're not sure how to contact us, we have our Instagrams down in the description. So just text us. We will go and see if we can check it out. If you know us personally, like if you have our numbers, like call us and like tell us and stuff.
Well, actually, no. I'd rather text, just so I can actually read it out on the podcast.
Yeah. I'd prefer text. But if you really want to tell us, like, go for it. Like, that'd be fine. But
this is becoming like a horror story reading channel. We're gonna read stories from Reddit now.
Ooh, actually, I kind of want to do that now a little bit. Obviously, keep the liveliness and the funniness to it, but
maybe.
Yeah,
we'll see. But anyway, and we gotta end this off. So
all right. Well, I really hope you guys actually really enjoyed our stories and
This is
listening
fun.
to
I enjoyed
all of
this.
this. I really did enjoy this as well. Um,
This is
I
gonna take forever to upload. I'm not looking forward to it.
yeah no.
Good lord.
Again, I hope you guys enjoyed us listening to us say all of our stories and stuff about the scariest moments in our lives.
Oh, also, this is a complete flip. I just realized I'm not sure when this episode's gonna be put up, but the first anniversary of the Vantastic podcast is coming up. It's May the 10th, right?
Well, on our channel, like on our thing, it says 10th, but on like someone else's channel, looking at our channel,
Oh,
it
yeah,
says
the
11th.
That's so weird. I'm just gonna say the 10th.
Okay.
So, actually, I could probably look at the date of the channel creation and say, but I'm gonna say right now, it's May 10th. So, if this, I might even just upload this episode on May 10th just to commemorate it. I'm
Yeah.
not really sure, because what's the date today? It is April 29th, so it's not that far away.
Yeah.
So, okay, say your words, Maestro.
All right. I really want you guys to, this is you guys already know what to do. Just hit that like button, just subscribe, like ring that little ding-a-ding over there beside the subscribe to get post notifications of every time we upload, which is not that much.
Just like once a millennium, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then they'll know, okay?
Yeah, you'll be the first one to watch.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I again, for like the third time, I really hope you guys enjoyed listening to us. This happens every episode. I really hope you guys enjoy listening to us say our scariest moments in our lives, or just scary stories in general that we have.
Let us know if you want to hear us do stories from Reddit or something like that.
Yeah. Do you want to hear
That sounds
us
a little
do
bit interesting.
stories from Reddit and all that stuff? Like, it doesn't even have to be scary stories. Like, comment down if you want.
Well, I want to do scary stories from Reddit.
Well, comment down if you want scary stories, or if you want funny stories, or like face palm stories. I want to hear face palm stories.
Oh, I think my favorite thread is r/entitled parents.
Yeah,
That one.
yeah.
Oh, like that pisses me off every time I listen to it.
Oh, maybe even a reaction thing one day.
Yeah. Oh God.
That'd be
no.
fun.
That no. Okay. Just end it off. We'll figure it out soon.
All right. But yeah, comment down below if you really if you have any ideas of what you want to hear from us. So, specifically towards the stuff that we just said. But we're all out of time for this episode, even though this is like an hour and a half.
Way over. We're like 40 minutes over right
Yeah.
now, so we are definitely out of time.
Oh yeah. But yeah, again, we are all out of time for this episode. So, we got to hit the road.
I'm not doing my stupid mic thing, so just goodbye.